Tonight on Hip on the Spot News. The first open beta update of 2023 gets released. Multiple modules get improvements and new capabilities. The Strike Eagle teases us with its APG-70 radar. And the BO-105 is not frozen nor shelved and progress continues. This and more on How I Play. Hello virtual pilots, I'm Andre Celesti, and tonight we are going to take a look at the latest update and development in DCS World. The first open beta update of year 2023 is here, so let's check out all the important changes and additions to our favorite sim platform. Despite our users anticipating the multi-threading being enabled with this patch, that is not the case, and we totally understand that it won't happen with a snap of fingers from the developers, so looking forward later this year to see it enabled. The sim received a new naval unit, the Ropusha class landing ship, and new drivable functions for refueling units and tractors. Plus new sounds for many ground units' weapons. Fixes and adjustments were applied to different units. Worth to mention is that the SA-19 Tunguska warheads were adjusted so that it cannot destroy tanks. Submarines can now attack ships. Ship cannons were cleaned so no more dust effect when firing. And you can now uninstall and install the Caucasus terrain from the module manager. As mentioned in our previous video, the Hornet and Viper receive updates and corrections to their RWR and many fixes and improvements. For example, the Hornet got the pilot salute option that can be triggered now from the ATC menu, and the Viper received the alternate gear handle, the animated tail hook, meaning it can now be lowered, new training and instant action missions, plus many fixes and improvements. For the 8NC2 tank killer, we didn't receive yet the ARC 210 radio, but ED mentioned that they are planning to release it in the February update, so not too long now. The Mirage F1-EE makes its appearance, featuring the new ALR 300 RWR, the air-to-air refueling and inertial navigation system. Other YouTubers covered this new module in depth, so feel free to check them out. The Mirage also received the S-503F Supermatra missiles, corrected fuel tank masses, adjusted braking power, updated liveries and improved cockpit darkness. Plus, the Mirage F1-EE gets single-player and instant action missions for all maps except the Normandy and the Channel map. As mentioned in our previous video, the JF17 features completed internal and external textures with more input controls at your disposal. For the KA-50 Black Shark 3, the manual INS alignment prevision is now much higher and close to the hot start and auto alignment. The module also gets a few 3D corrections to nose textures, rotor blade animations, and the added night textures of external cockpit model. For VR users, we can now choose our HMS render eye and startup sounds were updated. Nice! For the Apache, they added the TADS IAT MP Sync, another livery and patches for pilots, plus fixes and instant action missions updates. The Tomcat gets some love with fixes for wheel chocks location after they were resetted, and a few updates for certain missions. For the South Atlantic map, we got more airfields, plus 2 grass ones, and new various settlements across the map, still work in progress. And lastly, in this update, we got 2 new campaigns. One for the Tomcat called Speed and Angels by Reflected, and another one for the Apache called Mad by Stone Sky. Be sure to check them out. With this update, many campaigns are getting a lot of fixes and improvements worth checking out. I linked the entire patch notes in the video description. A decent update for the start of the year. Nothing too intense though, we are sure to get more additions in February and the following months. In the meantime, we got another video from Razbam and the Strike Eagle, featuring the APG-70 radar and describing its search modes. It seems to be a 2-part video, so be sure to check it out if interested. And of course, very soon, our Strike Eagle giveaway is about to reach its final day of the month and we will announce the winner. More information about our giveaway later in this video. Moving on, I would like to update you about the BO-105 news. The module is not getting shelved. I repeat, the BO-105 is not frozen. Petrovich, you can stop singing that song. No buts. Despite recent information we receive on a possible hold-up, development continues and there are no stops in the process. The last post on their social media page was about one of their coders taking a new main job. And as we mentioned in our video before, the collaboration with Razbam is still active for the project. So rest assured, work is still being done by Miltech 5 for the BO-105. Since 2019, when the original news about the hold-up/project on ice, as the developer mentioned, this info was only now brought to us by one of our users without checking the date. The user is now in Natasha's hands. Do not worry, he is taken care of. Since then, we were reassured that the project continues. So if you are interested in checking them out, I'll link their Discord in the video description. We will keep an eye on this great project and strive to gather as much info as we can for the future. As we said before, we really hope this project gets sooner or later in our beloved DCS World. Moving on, Hit Blur posted some future additions to the Tomcat like the HGU55 helmet option and the tarp spot. And now, time for our sponsor. VR-Rock is offering something we deem right for our community: blue light protection and specialized prescription lenses for your VR headsets. Yes, you heard me right. It's a problem I encountered ever since I started using my VR headset. My friends who wear prescription glasses couldn't enjoy flying in DCS as my headset couldn't safely fit without taking the glasses off. VR-Rock will manufacture the lenses according to the prescription information you provide, fitting most VR headsets currently on the market, and will ship it worldwide with the benefit of a tax-free policy. They also include non-prescription eye protection lenses. If you use our Hip Games discount code, you will receive 5% on any order and support our channel in the process. Link is in the video description. As you already know, in order to participate on our Strike Eagle giveaway, you need to be subscribed to our channel, like our videos that we publish from now on, comment on them, and you will be included in the January giveaway selection that will take place by the end of the month. Once a winner is chosen, we will post the results and you will be messaged in order to ship the Strike Eagle module for DCS World, standalone or Steam, no problem. So on the last days, be on the lookout for that video. Last weekend, we released our first podcast here on YouTube, the Hip Talk Show, where we discuss year 2023 in DCS World with some of our Hip community members. Our next episode is about to air, covering a brand new subject with different members from our community, eager to share their thoughts about DCS controllers, peripherals, and setups. Make sure you check it out. And if you want to take part on the conversation, I link the information on how to in the video description down below. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. If you want to support the channel at your request, we created a Patreon page with a few benefits for our subscribers. Remember to leave us a like if you find our video informative and subscribe to keep in touch with all the latest news on your favorite simulators and games. I am Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.